All right, I think we're good. So, welcome to the first episode of the Morning Tea. Today, I have Krista Mendez. I met Krista at a women's circle, probably, I don't know what, 4 or 5 years ago, Krista?
Yeah, spoke that.
Yeah, and just immediately felt this soul connection with her. Krista's one of my dearest friends, so I'm excited to have her here. So to get things started, Krista, what's in your cup this morning?
Well, today is a special day because in my cup I have some delicious Colombian coffee with yummy Baileys. So I
Delicious.
don't have tea, but it does the trick.
I'm actually also indulging in some coffee this morning, so
Oh, nice. You have the Baileys in there.
I need to pick up some Baileys, maybe.
It
Um,
seems to be a staple right now.
the condiment, right?
Yeah, totally.
So tell me, Krista, what are a few things that have you feeling really grateful right now within all of this chaos, this disruption to normal life? What is like coming up for you as in your gratitudes?
Yeah, this is a good question because I feel like there's so much going on right now and it's really easy to get swept up, and finding moments of gratitude throughout the day have really helped me keep as grounded as I possibly can during this time. And so yeah, this morning I'm really grateful for my coffee with Bailey. I'm also really grateful that the teachers have worked so hard at my daughter's school, putting together some really great resources and packages. And we're going to be starting that today. Um, on a broader spectrum, I'm so grateful to live in Canada right now. I feel like our country, our prime minister, have really stepped up, and I feel protected, and I feel um, really grateful to be a part of this country. And I feel grateful to have my husband home. He was laid off a couple days ago, and it was kind of a shock, but also I feel grateful that he's not putting himself at risk right now being out in public. And I feel grateful that he's making me breakfast right now as we speak. So, yeah, just some few gratitude.
Awesome. So Krista wears a lot of hats. Krista is a Spanish teacher. She is a Miura representative. She also has a business called Naughty Knots Macrame, where she makes extremely beautiful and intricate macrame wall hangings and micro macrame jewelry. So what I wanted to ask you, Krista, is what are you like? How are things shifting in the way you do business in light of the current circumstances?
Yes. Yeah, it's kind of a day by day shift. Um, this when this all started, it was um, so I teach Spanish here in my home, and I have classes in my home in my little classroom that I have downstairs. And I was talking to my students, and saying, we'll be open. This is fine. We'll just take care of ourselves, and we'll see you guys next. There we go. Okay,
I think we're good.
there we go. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and that's actually been happening a lot. So I'll get to that. But so, anyways, telling my students we'll see you next week, and then all of a sudden the news drops, and everything shifted so fast within a week, and it was like, okay, as an entrepreneur, as a person who does a lot of things with my time that I enjoy to make money for my family, I'm constantly in that hustle mode.
Mm-hmm.
So for myself, it was like, okay, now what? Okay, go, and it was like thinking of the next thing that we could possibly do. And so these platforms like Zoom have been a godsend. I contacted all my students and said we're switching to online classes, so we meet at our same class time, but we just do it from home, and everybody's able to join that way. So that was really awesome. As far as the jewelry goes, it's been really tough because I don't have my stuff online, and I think that this is just a really big motivator to get there. and we'll have time to do it now that we're home. So getting everything posted online. But it really is at now what? Now what? There was no real, like I know a lot of people that, you know, have the day-to-day jobs that they go to, and now they're like, do I do this now? Right.
Mhm.
Whereas I feel like I had a little bit of a leg up over that because this is something that I do anyways.
Right.
So yeah, it is a challenge, like with, especially with the technology aspect right now, I'm at the mercy of my internet connection. And sometimes, like last night, my class was, I had my class dropped like 4 times, and it was really frustrating. But I understand, you know, the internet is overloaded right now, and
Yeah.
everybody's just kind of doing the best that we can. So just being really like forgiving on that, you know. And I think that people do understand, you know, my students weren't like, oh gosh, get yourself together, you know. It was like there's a there's a huge understanding of like, this is new for all of us, and we're just doing the best that we can. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what do you think has been like the greatest like inspiration or I don't know, like what do you feel maybe that has come from this so far that you maybe wouldn't have got to otherwise? You know what I mean?
Hi, Derms. You have to see me, don't you? So like, sorry, can you repeat that? I got distracted.
Yeah, totally. It was kind of a random question. I'm wondering, is there something that has sort of been inspired or ignited in you that maybe would not have come from that was like initiated by this shift?
Yeah, definitely. Already, I like to call my receiving, you know, shower downloads, because that's when that's when I receive all my brilliant ideas, is when I'm in the shower. And it was interesting because I was like, okay, going into this, do we just stop? Like, everybody's stopping, so do we just stop? And my shower downloads have not stopped, so that's a good thing. Um, and so I'm still receiving really, really inspired thought and action to proceed. So I'm enjoying doing like Facebook lives on my page now, and doing like free lessons, free Spanish lessons for people. And yeah, just definitely new thoughts are coming on how I can incorporate what I do into my routine now. And it's different because it's really shifted for me internally, as far as like, I know things are tight right now financially for a lot of people. And so for me, finances isn't at the back of my mind right now. I don't have to hustle to make money. It now feels a lot more freeing for me to not worry about the dollars, because everybody's in the same boat right now, and it's not up to me to make as much money as I can for my family right now. And I don't know what that's from, whether it's like you know, we know that our government here, we're very lucky to be supported, and that's happening. But also, we're just all in the same boat, and I don't have to have what I'm doing be so concentrated around the dollars. So it really frees up my time to do things that I am loving to do, which
Yeah.
in turn is going to be such a benefit, and just bring the dollars naturally. So it's yeah, it was a definite shift in how my thought process around what I do as a entrepreneur, as a business owner, affects, you know, now I don't have to worry about the bottom line, which is nice. It's
Yeah.
freeing.
And so it's almost like you get to have the freedom to create from this like more aligned place where it's not like almost like more in the flow of the law of attraction, right? Where you're just doing what
Totally.
you love and enjoy. Yeah.
And it's such a weird way to come about it. Like, it's like, no,
Yeah.
this always should be like this, but it might take something like this where it just kind of knocks you down completely and sideswipes you to be like, okay, all right, actually, what is money? What is this? What is this thing that we all are killing ourselves for? Something like this really puts things into perspective, I think, for a lot of people of
Yeah.
what's important. And um, same as a business owner, it has done that as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's leading into my next question, which is, maybe we just answered it, is like, what are you looking forward to coming out on the other side of this? Whether that be like lessons learned, or a new way of doing business, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot there because it's so unknown, and I can have an idea of what I hope for at the end of this. But it's just like such a day by day thing that I'm really hoping that by the end of this, people will be reconnected to themselves again. And I guess I should speak from a personal perspective, but also as a collective society. I think that it'll be really nice to see. I can just like picture it, us opening the doors to our homes and like re-emerging into this like different world, and like just seeing people again, and seeing, maybe how they have had a chance to dive in internally, and really had the time to work on connection again. It feels so weird because it's like we're unable to connect physically, but socially we can still use platforms like this. But I think the slowing down of everything will just give a lot of people a chance to really look inside. I'm hoping that anyway. So my hope for after this, I'm really excited to see, is how society, myself and society, has shifted into more of um, a connected being with, source, or whatever, yourself, or whatever you want to call it. um, and then also I'm really excited for reconnecting with people, and um, just like hugging people and seeing friends. I really, really am looking forward to that after this. And I think a business will shift. Business has shifted. And so we will be seeing maybe a lot more streamlined ways to do things online. And if people are not feeling well, there won't be so much pressure to go into work. Like, the systems will already be in place that people that are unwell can stay home. And I think
Yeah.
that that's something that we've definitely lost in the last, years. It's like, if you were sick, you're weak and you should just be here. And I think that that's probably going to shift. So yeah, and so for myself, I'm hoping to have all of my jewelry and macrame up online, and take advantage also of like online Spanish. So hopefully, having that as an extra. Hi, Isa.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think that that's all like bang on. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's also going to be interesting the way that families are connecting as well, and see the progression, or the evolution of the family coming out of all this. Asa, honey, you go upstairs.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that, not connecting to our children. And I've just noticed such a change already in my little one. And I don't know, school is amazing, but there's a lot of pressure I feel sometimes put on them. And just her being home has just shifted our relationship in itself, because she's a lot calmer, she's a lot less stressed, and it's interesting. And maybe going forward, it's something that we look at, instead of going back to school, maybe she stays home. I don't know. We haven't made that decision, but
Right.
but it feels like an option now, because I'm seeing that it's actually not that difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah. Other than the fighting between the two little ones. Other than that,
they're quiet right now.
oh, so they built a fort in Ava's bedroom.
Yeah.
And last night after my Spanish class, I went up to go check on them and see that they were in bed, but they weren't in bed. They had taken a bunch of snacks from the cupboard and were eating up in their fort at 9:00 at night.
Oh God. Okay.
And
So
of course I had to play the mum role. But at the same time, I'm like, how great is that? Like,
Yeah.
how awesome is that they can, you know, have that opportunity. So yeah.
Okay, so before I let you go, I've created a poster board of inspired ideas with things that we can sort of share with other families about great things that you can do while you're at home and self-isolating. I was wondering if you have an idea.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot online. There's a lot of content right now that people are giving away for free. So really, really checking into some really great online options for different activities and different things, like even yoga classes and meditation classes. And there's a lot of content that people are putting out there right now for free. So really looking into that. And of course, and I mean, I feel like structuring like a definitely unstructured day sometimes.
Look for free content.
Yeah, there's tons of it. Like the museums were giving free tours away, and there's tons of content online right now for kids and for families.
What was the other thing you said?
Just having unstructured days where it's just like, right now I want to build a fort, and later we want to make cookies, and later we want to, you know, just really connecting in and not really driving a schedule so much. And I know that's hard because, especially going from people, like some people, I mean, it's easier for me. I'm a very unscheduled kind of person, but I know that some people are very structured and need that schedule, but maybe challenging ourselves to let go of that a little bit.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, so Krista, what have you got on the go, and how can people access it? Let us know what you want people to know.
Yeah, so I am doing free mini Spanish quickies on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Hola Spanish class. And I post on there. So if people want to like my page, I post when I'm going to be doing one. So I'm on there for about 15 minutes to half an hour sometimes, and just giving away some free Spanish lessons. I also have great online Spanish full courses that are available at holaspanish.com. And so there's that. And then, yeah, just at this point, my macrame and stuff like that, if people want to check out my macrame Facebook page, it's facebook.com/naughtynutsmacrame. So they can check that out.
I will add those links under the post so that people can find you easily. And yeah, thank you so much for being my first guest. And,
yeah, thank you. It was so much fun.
Yeah, and thank you everybody for joining us and tuning in. Let me know if you're liking this, and if you want us to do this, you know, live and with an invitation to the Zoom conversation, do you want to be part of the conversation? Let me know. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.